pulled the key out. I am completely amazed because I came back yesterday, and it was 97 degrees. 97. We got some rain yesterday evening, and right now it's about 68 degrees. It is actually crisp and cool. It feels like fall. It feels like actually football right now. And finished doing my live stream, and I have to say thank you so much to everybody. You know, it's the thing I hate about off season is we lose so many of you great fans. You guys check out, and I understand it's like football. It's like, okay, you get tired of listening to me with mindless Cowboys minutia, but it's great that the season is getting closer because, you know, all you great fans are coming back, and the numbers are picking up with people in the chats and things. And you can really feel that the Eagles smell blood in the water like sharks. They are circling and they are killing us on here. And with the new channel top fan thing on there, shout out to YouTube for coming out with that. It's been so many Eagle fans that have been like the top fans commenting and things. In fact, Philly 500 was at the top, okay? He was killing it. And then, thank God for Dirty Sanchez coming from behind. Dirty Sanchez coming from behind to take the lead. So, I'm glad that an Eagle fan, how would that be if on a Dallas Cowboys stream that you got Eagle fans that are winning? That's just can't happen. All right. Watching early before the live stream, the Commanders came out. Jalen Daniels is out there. The first team offense is out there. And Jalen Daniels runs in for a touchdown. Deebo Samuels goes around on a jet sweep for like 15 yards. Jalen Daniels down the field for, you know, a big 40-yard gain. And Joe Burrow's out there. Joe Burrow's out there. Game number 2. He's running around like a crazy man, getting sacked for a big loss. He's getting literally got horse collar tackled. And you look at that and say, damn, bro, this is preseason. Don't F yourself up before the season gets here. Or maybe he was looking at it and saying, without Trey Henderson and this defense is going to be ass, let me just check out now instead of suffering through the season. I don't know. But either way, it was crazy. But watching those teams after watching my Cowboys, here's the thing. It hit me that you have to understand how I am, okay? I may be talking to you, but my mind is running all over the place. See, this is one of the reasons why if I smoke weed, one, I can't stand the smell of it. It smells like skunk. I'm sorry. The shit stink. I smell like skunk. I'm sorry, man. But the other reason is what happens with me if I do have some weed is all of those voices and all those things that are going are gone. And it's like my brain's empty, and it's like I have to actually work to think of something. Whereas my mind typically is running all over the place. I get, I hear something and all that, and it'll spark something else over here, and then I'll start thinking, and it was like, boom. But I realized something because Brian Schottenheimer, I was talking about Brian Schottenheimer said that we are going to try and have kick-ass practices, physical, this week. That our physicality has not been there. And that's when a light bulb went off. Because I remember being there in Oxnard last year. And things that I remember was Micah Parsons running sprints with guys like Mozzie Smith after practice. Remembering Micah Parsons working with other players after practice. The Cowboys said, "We want you to be a leader." You said you want him to be a leader, yet you have kept him off the field. And I believe that's that thing that is missing from the Dallas Cowboys right now. When you see Micah Parsons, and I don't think Jerry Jones realizes the damage he's done to this team and the time that he's wasted this offseason. When you see Micah Parsons leaning on the sidelines, looking about as sad as you can, when you know that the best player on your team, the guy that last year is out here trying to help me get better, that he is getting shit on by the organization for views, that takes away from what you do. You can say they're professionals and that doesn't have anything. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's a family. And you see one of your family, your brother, over here getting shit on, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't help him. And you realize what's happening to him could certainly happen to you. The Cowboys need to get this thing done to be a shot of adrenaline into the body. You want the physicality? You want the excitement? You want the energy? Get Micah back on the field. That's what's missing. That's truly what's missing right now. Jerry Jones, you are a jackass. Oh, I see the whole Netflix ads for, seeing the Cowboys, seeing Jerry Jones sitting there, Michael Irvin talking and everything. Come on. As much as I love history, you have to understand, history doesn't end. See, with the Red Brick House, maybe I talk about that too much, but I can relate things that happen with the Red Brick House to football as I can relate things from football with things in my life. The first time I went down to the Waynesboro Heritage Museum to try and find out some more information on the Red Brick House. And I was talking to them, I was like, oh, me and my wife, we're the ones that are restoring the Red Brick House. And the lady there said, if you really want to restore the house, you need to take off the back section, the addition that was put on in the 1890s. To take it back to what it was originally. But I said, wait a minute though. The history of the house isn't over. The history is a continuous timeline that's going on. Because, yes, it was originally built as a school and a Mason's Lodge. But then you had the Hippards that bought the house, and they had the feud between the Plums about the brick furnaces. And you have this big lawsuit that happened between them. That's part of the history too. So as we look here at the Cowboys' history, it was their inception in 1960 after basically, holding hostage the Washington Fight Song, to Tom Landry being the only coach that we ever knew, winning 2 Super Bowls and going to 3 others. It was Jerry Jones buying the Cowboys, resurrecting them with Jimmy Johnson, but that history didn't stop there with those 3 Super Bowls. The history is still going on. If you look at the history timeline of the last 30 years, it's a shit stain in comparison to what came before it. Not completely a shit stain. I'm sorry. I apologize to the players that have been here for the 30 years. But what Jerry Jones has done has been a shit stain. Because all Jerry Jones cares about is making his money and creating noise. He's not doing what it takes to win. When Jerry Jones finally caves, and we know he will, and Micah Parsons gets his deal, what will it have done for this team for winning? Every practice that Micah Parsons could have been out there being a leader, motivating guys, and doing extra help to them hurt every single one of those guys. Micah Parsons in there in practice going against the offensive line. Remember, iron sharpens iron? Micah Parsons is not out there giving those guys the best look that they're going to see all season. Those guys constantly being asked, the coach being asked, well, what are you doing about Micah this week? Well, nothing really changed. We're going to still do this. Having to focus in on a daily basis where everybody is at freaking training camp. And tomorrow, we have grand opening ceremonies. Our second training camp grand opening ceremonies. So Philly 500 joined in my chat tonight and basically says, well, you're just making excuses for Dak Prescott. It's legitimate when you look at it and say, I don't have the tools to compete because of Jerry Jones. I can't go win a NASCAR race driving a Ford Escort. I can't. Cowboys have already gotten to the point where I don't know that Micah Parsons will be ready week one, even if they sign him tomorrow. It was the 21st of August when they signed CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb will admit it hampered him starting the season. And here we are about to take on the world champions in their house, in their party, less than full strength, for no good reason. Fire the GM, Jerry. Fire him. He sucks. Alrighty, good people. As always, I appreciate you guys, and we got one more preseason game to go. And Joe Milton will be playing for us. I don't know why, but he's been rammed down our throat. And if Dak Prescott goes down, we're screwed. Well, it is what it is, good people, and that's all it is. Remember, good people, to tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys.